Cheers!
Welcome to Movie Bitches.
RuPaul's Drag Race, Season 14, Episode 13. Oh, the grand finale. No.
We're done.
I mean, you know.
Moving on from this episode. It's going to be great.
No,
it's going to be great.
It's going to be great. This week is the Ross Roast or something like that.
Yeah.
But first things first, shout out to our Patreon supporters.
We got this.
$5 a month gives you early access. $10 gets you access to our viewing party. No shut up Rosses. This, for me at least.
I'm sorry. The words that came out of your mouth did not compute into my brain. What did you say?
No shut up Rosses
Oh,
in the viewing party.
It sounded like, no shut up.
No shut up Rosses.
It's like, wait.
No shut up Rosses. I don't know.
No, he didn't talk that much.
No, he didn't.
And
he mostly just kind of squealed. I don't know. Anyway, I love that. Of course, it was Ross that awarded.
And the award goes to, how did this get made?
Also, the way that he goes, how did this get made?
Well, clearly having no idea what it is or what anything. Just like, how did this get made? Like.
And the award goes to, how did this get made?
Thank you, Podcast Academy. This is such an incredible honor.
That was the line read on that. It really made me laugh. Of course Ross introduced the award.
Although Jason, June, and I are the faces or the voices that you hear in our podcast, there are so many people who make this show. These are the people, including Avaryl, Hallie, and Nate Kiley, who make our show run. And I just want to give them a shout out.
I'm living in some kind of bizarro world. I can't escape.
Yep.
Ah! Anyway. Second thing second.
Shout out to our wine sponsor, Wink. Go to trywink.com/moviebitches. You get $22 off your first month of wine. Woo. I'm excited about these new little things.
They're fun, right?
Yeah. Tell us what you think. Third things third. Make sure to subscribe, share, follow us on Instagram and Twitter. Clip and send people, be like, oh my God, they're so funny. I love this about them or whatever. I don't know. Just tell people to subscribe. It's 13 episodes in, April. I'm losing it.
I don't even know what day it is anymore. Yes, so we get, the scenes from last week. Oh my goodness! I'm acting. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness!
The golden ticket.
I'm acting.
Ha!
Ha!
Ha! Ha! I'm acting.
Tammy, that episode
My father, Marlena Dietrich.
of Untucked is pure gold and deserves to be in like a museum somewhere.
It needs to be in the Smithsonian.
Honestly.
Or the Library of Congress.
Yes.
Or whatever.
Wait a minute, how do you not know what you're signing up for? You already did this, girl. Oh. Well, come on, Teletubby. Teleport us to Mars. What the
Absolutely.
Importance. Was that for importance and cultural relevance.
Yes.
This needs to be remembered. So everyone walks in,
Right, no
gold bar first, and
Walk into the room, gold bar first.
gold bar first.
Doesn't work.
It
as
doesn't.
well.
It's not as good. The cast seems over it.
Well, they were all, I mean, oh my God, Bosco's talking about like, wow, it's crazy that I got the golden ticket,
I
right?
can't believe that everyone said I should go home, and Rue said it, and but the drag gods really.
Yeah.
It's one thing for us to be over it, but for the literal cast members, while the show is currently being filmed, to be like, I'm tired. I've had enough. Like, Georges was like, I don't know, send me home. Pretty over this.
Yeah.
I need some weed and
And
can I
apparently
bounce?
she's in a thruple.
Oh.
I saw a picture. And I was like, okay, get it. So, she needed some weed and some D.
I was surprised that they weren't allowed to have weed. They film in California.
They're gum. I don't know.
Leave me alone. Let me take my medicine.
Right? Just put it in like a prescription bottle. No one's going to look. What? They're going to go through and compare your pills? I don't think so.
Yes. So everyone is pretty frustrated that there are still 7 queens. I understand it. Yeah. Bosco was taking it in stride-ish, or it was a front.
She wasn't.
Either way,
well,
she was like, I'm taking responsibility for my end of the fight, and that I was fucked up last week, and I'm going to do better. And Lady said, I take responsibility for my half of that fight. Clear the air. Let's move on. Great. And scene.
Oh my gosh. So then Rue walks in with, we have company.
A very special guest.
Oh my God. Norvina from the CEO of Anastasia Beverly Hills.
Anastasia Beverly Hills.
Kind of obsessed.
With these false eyelash shoulder pads?
Where was this for shoulders on the runway?
Honestly,
Shoulders
though.
to heaven.
Honestly, though. What? This was a lot of things, and I appreciated it.
Yeah.
She didn't have a ton to say, but I didn't care.
I didn't mind any of this. Actually, I
no,
really
this
quite
was
liked
fun.
this. This was really fun. So much better than like the absoluteness of it all back in the day.
Uh-huh.
I thought this was a great product placement
Mm-hmm.
section. So the mini challenge they announced is that there's a giant version of one of the new Anastasia Beverly Hills color palettes.
Yes.
And they have to paint Rue's face along with Dolly Parton.
Yes, they have to paint, recreate a mural. They break off into teams. The second that the team that got Dolly Parton, I knew they were going to win.
Oh, because they
Rue
don't
was
have
gonna
to
be like-
true to Rue. They also did a better job.
Yes.
But yes.
But, you know,
I mean-
I was like, so then the Dolly Parton team wins?
My favorite thing about all of this was that there was a tweet that was like the origin story of the RuPaul Christmas ornament. It was great. It was like eerily spot on. And I was like, oh my God.
That's what Deja was going for. It's like a hot dog with a butt?
What?
It looks like if a hot dog had a butt.
I am killing this nose. Yes.
Yeah.
George's, and this is what ginormous brush looks like a little hamster in a cartoon. It's just...
This was really fun and a great mini challenge and a nice integration of product placement that was still silly.
Yeah.
And I thought this was great. Team Dolly wins.
Yes.
And so now 4 people have to choose the order for all 7. Okay.
Yeah.
It's like, sure, whatever.
Sure.
I think they learned from last week. They were like, let's play nice. Okay. Let's all share our toys.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. They find out that there's going to be a roast
Yes.
of Raw. 7 is too many.
Sure. I think the roast needs to die.
Uh-huh.
And I think at this point too, it's like, well, we're running out of people on the panel that we can be roasting.
Yeah.
So
Maybe this is the end. I mean, they haven't done a Carson one, I don't think.
I thought they did.
Maybe they did. I don't recall.
And it was the same kind of jokes. That's the
the
other
second
thing.
that they announced it was a Ross joke or a Ross roast, I was like, so there will be bottom jokes and bottom jokes.
And high-pitched voice jokes.
Bottom jokes. It's just going to be asshole bottom jokes. Okay, great.
Great. And Michelle's a whore jokes.
Michelle's a whore. RuPaul's music is bad.
Right.
Yeah, I could move on.
Yeah.
I could be done with it. We could find a different way for there to be a comedy. I mean, this is basically the library, but
But what I don't understand is that how come the library is so, like the library this season was so much better.
right.
Why?
I think because they're allowed to kind of come up with stuff on the fly, so it's
Sure.
more like natural. You know, they don't have Michelle just saying, be funny.
But what you do need are funny jokes.
Yes.
You can't be afraid to make jokes. They just have to be funny.
Okay.
Write funny jokes and then perform them funnily.
The key to this challenge is to be funny. You just have to write funny jokes. Oh, okay. I didn't get that. I love that George was
Oh.
backstage was like, they were like, just say funny jokes like you were talking to your girlfriends, and that's obvious or whatever. So that didn't help. And I was like,
Yeah.
How do you talk with your homegirls? I'm like, okay, like, that was obvious, you know what I mean? But like, whatever happens at this point, honestly, I don't care.
It was completely unhelpful for the most part.
Yeah.
Just like, be funny.
There
Duh.
were a few things where they talked about
Mostly
like,
from Dulce Sloan.
Yes.
Who was not pulling her punches. She was
No.
just like, not funny. No. Throw it out. Burn it. No.
No. Okay.
And then even later, when everyone else was trying to act like the roast was good, she was like, no. No, ma'am.
Now you're the one in diapers.
It's funny because it's true.
I could smell it, girl. I could smell it.
Didn't Kathy Griffin come in one time?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Get
mean-
Margaret Cho. Somebody.
Yes.
Come on.
Yes.
Well, it was weird. So they showed everybody in order that they were going to go,
Yes.
except Georges, who was last.
Right.
I guess to connect it to later when she's like, I'm giving up.
Maybe.
And they wanted it to be next to each other, but I was like, that was a weird choice.
It was weird. I was confused by that.
It was really weird.
And then I was like, wait, maybe they just edited it all so that like, and
I thought,
didn't realize,
I guess Georges was either really bad or really good and they're keeping it from us.
Or
So
unprepared,
it's
and
a
so they
surprise
were like,
or something. I was like, I don't know. But then it was just like, oh, she's at the end. What?
Yeah.
But I did love that Lady Camden was like, wait, am I a comedian?
am I a comedian?
Oh my God.
Funny?
What?
Yeah.
I'm really liking Lady.
Yes. Very
I mean,
much.
I always did, but I'm like, she's kind of edging out a few people that were my top. I'm really liking Lady right now.
Agreed.
Not Willow. I mean, not over Willow.
Oh.
I mean, it's Willow, but but like Bosco, Angie, like
Yeah.
Lady's coming for them.
That is very true. I would say
In my
at the
faves.
moment, as it currently stands, probably Lady has a better chance than the two of them. So, shit, good for you, bitch.
So yes, they all have rehearsal. It's somewhat helpful, but not really.
And also, I think, to be honest, the format of, oh, you just told that joke? No, not funny, cut it.
It doesn't really help either.
That's not productive.
Right.
Constructive.
Yeah. Hey, try. I mean, they did throw them a couple jokes that they then used, which felt weird.
It did, and it also was like, well, those aren't really funny either. Your jokes are tired and have been done many times before, Michelle. Let's do something different.
Yeah.
I'd rather, like, why don't you think of a different angle, or, what you know.
Right. No one did a character.
No.
They all played
sure,
themselves.
Sure.
I think I prefer the stand-up comedy challenge to this.
Yeah.
Because at least that gives them a little more wiggle room. It's still terrifying and, impossible.
But you can talk about stuff that you find engaging.
Yeah.
No one finds talking about Ross engaging.
Well, that was the big clunker of the night. It turns out the subject matter has to be interesting for there to be a good roast.
I did think of one, my joke would be, well, I mean, basically along those lines, I was like, being criticized by Ross is like a drag queen's worst nightmare.
Right.
Not because anyone cares about what he has to say, but because you have to stand up there while he keeps talking about being in a grocery store and ripe peaches and who knows, but your feet are killing you.
I wasn't rolling over the floor, I wasn't rolling on the floor laughing.
So, quick commercial break, and we'll be back with the roast. How exciting.
Rue walks down the runway as solid gold Diana Ross.
I said she was a glittering angel.
Yeah, she was living.
Oh, she was living for her. Yes. Oh my God, you could tell.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. She was having fun. I loved this look. Everything about it, I think, pretty much.
It's pretty fantastic.
Yeah, the makeup, all of it was working. I was into it.
So the roast begins. Bosco comes out of the gate in this killer outfit.
Yes. I said this was very like Cruella and like Vivienne Westwood, all of those vibes.
It was like Vivienne Westwood, punk rock.
Yeah.
Cruella, but like a little bit of Joan Cusack after getting electrocuted.
Yeah. Yes. Very. Yep.
Bosco comes out. She actually had my favorite joke of the night. Ross is not a top. He's a blouse.
Oh, sure.
Really got me. That really made me laugh.
Okay.
Because it's like, I was so going, okay, where is this going? Oh my God, I didn't know. Oh my God,
Sure.
that was fun.
Sure.
And it's like, set up, punch, bam.
Yeah.
It was like right, and that one really made me laugh.
Good.
That was the only thing that I was like, that was a funny joke.
Yeah.
Everything else, I was like, humorous, mostly.
I don't know what Ross's, positional preference is.
Sure.
But
I mean,
like
he refers to himself frequently
as a bottom.
So
right. Because a blouse is like a colloquial name for a femme top.
Oh.
Because a feminine top is a blouse, right? So it's already a thing, a lingo in...
I did not know that at all, and I purely thought we were talking about a top as in a shirt,
right,
and a blouse as in a shirt,
right.
And it made me laugh.
I mean, that is the joke, and it's all funny.
Okay, but I didn't know that at all, so that was
that's great.
That was a fresh one for me. I was like, oh, fun. Didn't know where that was going. Okay, great. Now I understand why you were like, sure, that was fun.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Ross is not a top. He's a blouse.
I was told to go home. Everyone told me to go home. They told me to go home. They told me to go home.
I was told to go home more times than blah. I was told to go home more times than blah. I don't remember what any of the jokes were. So that was a problem.
Well, and it was getting on in the set, and she had made, I think, a Ru joke and a Michelle joke, and I was going, this is the Ross roast. And then I thought, well, everyone else will probably, nope. Everyone else also barely had any Ross jokes.
Because there's nothing to do.
There's nothing to say other than bottom. I mean, that's...
Or to be really rude about Ross.
Right. To be, like, really rude.
The hilarious Ross Matthews.
I mean, that would have been my opening one-liner.
The hilarious Ross Matthews. Now, you're looking a little taller to...
Hilarious. Ross Matthews. That whole intro of him when Ru had to, like, remember who Ross is.
Yeah, Ross was the funny intern that he got a good career, though. Good for him.
He made it work.
He made it work.
Whatever. I don't have to like him. That's fine.
It's fine.
That's fine.
Yes.
That's good for him. He made it work.
Yes, he did.
I don't have to enjoy it. That's fine.
So the next is Georges, and this was not as rough as I was afraid it was going to be, but still quite rough.
She was obviously nervous.
Yes.
Like, very much so.
Yes.
So that made it uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I just want to say it's so crazy to...
I don't know. I got the sense that Ru was like rolling around to laugh at her jokes.
Yes.
And that made it seem less bad. But it wasn't good.
No, it was not good.
Oh my God, you're so gay that your asshole sounds like a turkey.
There was a certain point where Ru was laughing, and I was like, that wasn't as funny as Ru was laughing.
That wasn't funny.
Well, sure.
That was, why are you laughing? You know, it was that. It felt really obvious to me. Just like,
It was like Deja, who was like, I'm just going to laugh at everyone, so you all better do the same. And I was like, ooh.
That didn't work out
It did
so
not,
good.
No.
Yeah.
A linebacker.
Oh, I do remember. This was weird.
Okay.
She said, oh my God, it's so crazy that some of Michelle, I almost said Michelle Williams. Poor Michelle.
Poor Michelle.
It's so crazy to think that your plastic surgery is older than me.
I didn't have any, but okay.
Like, I haven't had plastic surgery. I was like, what?
I'm sorry. Huh?
I'm sorry. First of all, what? Second of all, this is a roast. What's going on? Like, she had to be like, I have not had plastic surgery.
Your plastic surgery is older than me.
I didn't have any, but okay.
I just also want to say, RuPaul, it is so crazy that I've known about you ever.
I was like, well, you had at least some of it removed.
I was like, what?
Right?
Ha! Ha! I'm acting.
It was just a really weird reaction. Like, oh, I'm sorry, what?
I was like, I'm very confused by this.
Because a boob job counts
Is
plastic surgery, and she very publicly
had one and then got rid of it.
Got rid of them because she had a medical problem with them. But I was that was really funny to me.
But they were also, those boobs were still probably older than George's. So.
Oh, I was like, oh! And then her reaction was so weird. I was like, what?
What?
Next up is a Walpole in this pink drag, but day drag, like daytime drag. I loved it. I thought it was really fun.
Carson Kressley's arch nemesis, Ross Matthews. Truly, you are a very, very handsome lesbian.
I mean, shocker, Willow, Bosco, and Lady had the best 3 performances.
Yeah.
And the best 3 looks? I don't remember Lady's.
It was good.
Oh, yeah, it was gorgeous.
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
But yeah, Willow was talking about, what was it? Like sacrificing Ru's going to sacrifice Georges' life for 7 more years of life. I was like,
Georges was born for drag. She's also gonna die for it because RuPaul's gonna sacrifice her for 7 more years of life.
Too close to home.
And I thought, it was a memorable. Are you looking at?
I was just reading the shirt. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's good.
You know when you go to the supermarket and get a peach and you pinch it and it's not quite ripe and you wish you had a peach? You're kind of like that peach where you weren't quite ripe yet at the start of the competition. But you've been placed in a bowl with a punch. So stupid.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Ross's drag name should be drawn out allegories.
Oh my God, yes.
It took me about 5 years to realize you and Fortune Feimster were different people.
The Fortune Feimster thing kind of made me laugh.
That one made me laugh. That was I left it more at that because that was it was like the next level of that joke that we'd already heard before.
Yeah.
Did they do a Ross roast already?
Maybe. I can't remember anymore.
I don't either.
They did Michelle.
Uh-huh.
They did Ru.
Yeah. Maybe they did Carson and I'm just mixing it up with
It just
Ross.
seems like they would have done Ross first.
Yeah.
But I can't remember.
I can't either. So then next was Angie, and this was...
I mean, Bosco described it perfectly.
Angeria may not have the punchlines, but she is delivering everything as if it is the funniest thing you've ever heard.
It's like, it's not funny, but she has so much goddamn confidence that you're like, I'm enjoying this.
Yes.
If you were on Drag Race, I am pretty sure you would be the lip sync assassin of your season. Because you are no stranger to bottoming weekly.
It's true. And that's the thing about Angie is that she does have so much charisma that she could come out there and she's just gonna be like, I'm the fucking main star of this entire, I'm the headliner of this roast. And
Always.
you're like, yeah, of course you are.
She has real headliner energy.
She does. Which is great.
You are the only man that I know that masturbates to Lifetime Movie Network.
Don't judge me. And it was quick. It was like joke, joke, joke.
Yep,
It wasn't
yes.
long stories.
No.
It was like, that one didn't land, that one didn't land. But she was just like, I'm having a great time. She's dressed like Big Bird at the prom. It was a little weird. She was the only one that went for Dulcie.
The diet version of Lizzo herself. Baby, how you feeling? Okay as hell?
Okay as hell?
Okay as hell? Just okay as hell.
That's good.
I think, too, they haven't been able to have an audience in a while.
Yeah.
And that is a different vibe.
It is a different vibe.
Than I'm making fun of the 4 people in the room that should laugh at my jokes.
Yeah, it is. It's hard when it's just, and then the other queens that are sitting there and you're making fun of them or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah.
A linebacker.
So next down the roast ramp.
Oh, okay.
Is, I don't know, Daya.
Yeah.
Betty.
Yep.
In this Coraline, Tim Burton, baby doll.
That is a lot of
purple
her aesthetic.
vibe. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't mind it.
Not necessarily.
And I mean, talk about long stories.
Roasting you is probably the most difficult thing, just because I admire you so much. I think you were just so successful. Hell, you had a podcast that always made people smile.
Drawn out lead-ins, and here we go on this tangent, and then there wasn't even really a punchline to begin with, and whatever. I guess she had that one joke that Ross was so gay, his favorite candy is prep.
Oh, sure, she did have that one joke.
But it was funnier in the rehearsal.
It was funnier.
And then...
Well, she was clearly nervous as she told them, and I do agree with that critique where it's like, don't tell us. That's a bad... Don't start off being like, wow, am I nervous? This is going to be bad.
I am terrified. I've never done a roast before, but Dulce did give me some really good advice.
But maybe slightly more disarming than just Georges being really actively nervous.
Sure.
Perhaps.
I guess that's true.
That made me more uncomfortable than her being like vulnerably being like, I'm nervous, but Dulce gave me some advice about blah, 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 blah,
Sure.
blah. So I'm going to try my best.
I guess that's fair.
It was a...
Yeah, that's true.
you know.
Right? Especially because not everyone has to be a stand-up comic. Like, that's not a requisite for a drag queen.
Right. Oh boy. Next up, Deja Sky. And
what a 5-year-old would draw if you asked them to draw Bigfoot or a big foot.
She did turn it around at the very end.
it seemed like she just like gave in to the prophecy that was she is leaving this episode.
Just kidding. Not really.
Like at a certain point in on the runway, like they were reading her down and she was just going, yeah, you're right. Yeah, it was bad.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
And she was just like, I'm having a good time. You know, what am I going to do? I'm definitely going home, so it's okay. Like, I don't know. At a certain point, it just felt that way.
Sure.
This was not good.
No.
There's some Bigfoot jokes. And
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, she did keep in a lot of the jokes that Michelle and
I'll say this.
Dulce.
I think it's probably because she didn't write any other ones.
I agree.
Like, I don't think it was like, no, I think this is funny. I think it was, I
just-
didn't have any other material.
That's what I honestly picked. She was like, I couldn't come up with anything else, so that's what I had to fill the time somehow.
Mrs. Ross Matthews.
This is going to be shady, but like, let's preface it, right? Like, I'm nervous. This is going to be shady. For whatever reason, I'm just now realizing that Dacia's not a comedy queen.
I'm not like a comedian. I don't consider myself a comedian.
Sure.
Like, what kind of queen is she? If she's not, you know what I mean?
That is a good point.
Like, I just went, oh, I don't know what kind of drag queen she is. Because she's really funny.
Yes.
But she does not identify as a comedy queen in any way.
Right.
And when she tries to do active, comedy jokes, it's
Right,
bad.
it's bad.
But she herself is funny. And so I realized that this episode, I was like, but who are you, Deja Sky?
Well,
I don't know. She's not a fashion queen.
No.
Maybe she's indefinable. But like,
sure.
she's just
like an old school queen.
Old school, nice, fun.
Yeah.
She's not really campy.
Well, but see, I think that's what's weird to me. Deja needed to go the MC. I have to. Well, actually, no, because when they were like, "You have jokes that you must do when you're on."
Oh yeah,
stage.
that was again. She took it in stride. She was like bombing again, and then she was just like,
So no?
okay,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
that was bad. Okay.
And then I do this thing. I'll say like, let me feminize my voice for this one. Where are all my straight boys at?
Yeah. Just,
that really got me because.
I'm going home.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
I have absolutely no chance of not going home. Great.
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 Yeah, her sense of humor when she's trying to be funny, not good.
Right.
When she's just having fun and being silly on the side, fun.
Really fun.
Yeah.
So anyway, that was a revelation. This episode.
Yeah. So then closing it all out, Lady Camden de Bourgh.
This was the right choice.
Oh,
Can you
yes.
imagine if it ended on Deja?
Oh my God.
Hello, everyone. Thank fuck that was over. Yeah.
And I thought her Muppet joke was funny. It's
Sure,
like, all
like-
these little monsters, they only turn on when they've got a hand up their ass. There was like some fun stuff going on.
I haven't heard that before as well, but that's fine.
Well, okay. More in the know.
I guess. I don't know.
This gay Mount Rushmore of...
That was good, yeah.
She kept it going.
Yes.
Excited for tonight's runway. Georges will be wearing a headband as a dress, and RuPaul will be telling her that she is a superstar.
I will say the asshole echo joke, not great, but then it did pay off later. So maybe good.
I think it could have worked. They
Yes.
were like, that joke's terrible. You should have thrown it in the trash. And I was like, no, there's something there. And having a repeater is a good job, a good idea.
I thought that improved it.
What is the meaning of life? Into Ross's asshole. It echoes in and it comes back out. It's Britney, bitch.
But I think there is a place where that joke works.
Yes.
Well,
it did work, like the echo, like, oh, it's Britney, like, whatever, bitch.
Yeah.
Like, you're safe, bitch.
What's the meaning of life?
Sure, yeah, it's
Britney,
Britney, bitch. Like, that's funny.
Yeah.
It just didn't quite click.
Yeah. The main takeaway was that a Ross roast? Like, there was so many more
right.
Michelle jokes,
Yeah.
Rue jokes about the other queens. Like, the Ross jokes were few and far between.
That's because there wasn't enough material. I mean, I don't think we need these bottom shaming jokes, to be honest.
Right.
But whatever, Anyway, quick commercial break, and we'll be back with the runway. Category is too much or something.
Too much.
Just too much?
I think so.
Okay.
Too much. But I only heard it, and I thought it was like TOO.
Well, that is the wordplay
much,
of it all, yes.
And that it was like, you got to be over the top.
Over the top, sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that is the fun pun of like, oh, over the top tutus.
Right.
Is what I would do. Some did, some didn't.
Some were petticoats.
Petticoat Junction.
That really confused me. But first down the runway, Bosco in this
Holy
velvet buzzsaw
shit.
realness.
Oh my God. Holy shit.
Loved this.
She says, I'm buzzsaw ballerina. And I was like, fuck yes. Cut in half. Body horror with the saw coming up here.
And I love, like they said, like the little curl of the hair.
Oh my
from
God.
The
And
split
the
of
wig was good. And
Yeah.
this whole thing was great. I was surprised no one wore toe shoes, like particularly lady.
I mean,
But it's not the best look. I mean, it looks bad when you're not on them.
Yeah.
So,
And it's like that.
but I was slightly surprised. Anyway, this was fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
Clarity, amazing, awesome.
Yep. Loved it.
Loved it. And next on the runway was Georges in this regional Grease
It was like
performance
Grease, West Side Story.
ish. And when Michelle said that this was edgy,
This is really fun. It's really edgy.
I gasped. I was very confused by this. This was the cleanest leather jacket I have ever seen in my life. This little like, I'm bad to the bone. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? This was so pure and innocent. And it was Sandy, D,
Yes.
not Sandy.
Yeah. Well, It was somewhere in between.
It was
both.
somewhere in between. I did like later you could see that the whole dress was like made of blue feathers. Like if you really looked, it was all. But she never took the jacket off, or maybe she did in the lip sync. I can't remember. But anyway, this was not a tutu.
No.
In fact, it was a petticoat, and not great.
Not great, Bob.
It was cute.
Yes.
Like it was totally cute.
Oh, it was lovely.
But
I just didn't get how what it had to do with the category. It clearly didn't, and it was just made to work.
Right.
You know, I get it. It's late in the season and whatever else, but like, just didn't work for me.
Yeah.
I said it was like Rita Moreno meets lesbian biker.
Sure.
But again, it was very clean.
It was like cutesy.
It was.
Which is fine. But then when Michelle said it was edgy, I was really upset and confused.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Did I tell you I watched the new West Side Story?
No. And? Great. That's how I imagined it.
It was pretty.
Yeah,
It was
but
just
too clean, right?
Too clean. Because it was all CGI. The CGI, like anything CGI'd was just like, this looks dumb. It was too similar where I was just like, why?
Why? What are we doing?
And some people had a good point where it's like, oh, well, this time they cast like actual.
Of course,
you know,
but
that's not enough for me.
Of a reason.
If we're retelling it 60 years later or whatever
Well,
the fuck
it still
it is.
took place back. It was
Yes.
still a period piece,
Yes.
right? So-
It's exactly the same.
Yeah.
It's just like, and then you really, like, I really started to realize how depressing. I mean, no one is likable at all, which I guess maybe is like the Romeo and Juliet of it all, where it's like the tragedy where you're just like, well, no, everyone kind of makes terrible choices. Ooh. Anyway.
Anyway.
Oh my God. So the next up is Willow Pill, and this Amanda Lepore.
Cruella.
Oh my God. This pearl. Oh my God.
Yarn ball wig, opera glasses, hot pink
Gloves.
caged shoulder pads. This should have been her shoulder pads look.
Yes.
But it wasn't. But that's okay. This was so good.
So good. Obsessed.
so
Loved
fucking
it.
good.
Everyone was a little surprised she didn't win. She
No.
won.
No.
No.
Bosco won.
Bosco won. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like it's been really weird with Willow. I don't know what their deal is. Because she's been in the top. She's been, like, it's not like they're like...
I mean, to me, she's clearly going to win.
Right?
The season. But they're, like, holding back.
And I don't know why. Is it just they're holding back so it doesn't seem so obvious that she's just going to win? I don't know. Even though it still seems obvious?
Even though she literally won the first episode. Like,
Well, right.
I mean, like
She won the show.
the show in her talent show, the first episode. Like, it was like, and Willow is the winner. Thank you very much. Maybe I'm going to be wrong, but that's
Well, it could depend on
seems
factors.
to be. Seems
But
to be.
it's definitely hers to lose. Anyway, this look was amazing.
Oh, so good. Next on the runway is Angie in
Yeah.
this lime green pageantry. Twos all
Yeah.
the way down.
I hated the color, but she
That was
likes
kind
it.
of the point.
And that was kind of the point. They had that whole
She looks
conversation.
good as a blonde. I like
Yes.
the wig.
Yes.
She's always polished.
Yeah.
It's a little pageanty, which isn't necessarily my favorite. Like, I'm not like, gagging.
Not particularly out of the box or exciting.
Particularly for her.
Sure.
You know? So next on the runway is Daya Betty. And I went back and forth on this.
I get that.
I was like, I liked the palette. It was all these blushy pinks.
Yes.
I like that she said it was all recycled and reused materials. It's like this Chanel kind of suit jacket, but then tutu skirt all around it. The wig was cool. This like stupid little crown
I didn't get that
was
at
not
all.
good,
No.
but it worked with the sort of dollness of it all. Like she looked like a broken, one of those like music box ballerinas, but like an
Okay.
edgy kind of way.
Sure.
And these fucking heels to the heavens.
Yes. I said she looked like a creepy little skin doll.
What's a skin doll?
I don't know, but
Okay,
it was
okay.
like...
I was like, is that something? Because I don't like it. Whatever that is, I don't care for it.
No, I don't like it either, but she seemed like some weird horror movie. She'd
Yeah.
be like, I'm like a doll that's been stitched together out of like skin.
And she's like spinning and...
I mean, and so that is creepy. That's very Tim Burton of it all, which we've established is kind of her thing.
I thought I liked this more than some of her other looks.
Sure.
And it was referencing-ish things, but it wasn't, I am doing this Gaga look.
That is true.
I am doing this Kiss look. And
Yeah.
so I kind of like this.
I get
don't
that.
know.
I just didn't like the headpiece most of all.
It was real wibbly wobbly.
It was weird. I couldn't tell what it was or what it was supposed to be, and
Yeah.
it just didn't work. Oh boy, so the next is Deja Sky, and I thought this blue was pretty.
Again, this was a petticoat.
It was a petticoat. It was not a tutu.
I mean, those are different things.
Yep.
It was just a cutesy kind of prom dress. It was just kind of cute.
Sure.
Like,
It was
I
just
don't
kinda
know. It
cutesy.
didn't really fit great. It was like aquamarine and then the bubblegum pink hair. Wasn't this a Rue promo look? That combination?
Yeah, I think so.
Season whatever, who knows? But yeah.
God, yeah.
I mean, who knows?
Who knows?
Honestly, who knows? I don't care. I'll look it up. But it was that. Last down the runway is Lady Camden de Berg in this gorgeous ballerina tutu. Expect nothing less from her.
Yeah.
I thought she really elevated it with the crystal bejeweling applique up her face into the wig. The wig was gorgeous. I mean, she said, my ballerina fantasy. And I was like, you nailed it.
It really was. I mean, she was just, hitting those poses. I was like, gorgeous. Yes, bitch.
She really elevated this to not just a ballerina
Yeah.
costume.
Right. No, this was stunning gorgeous.
Yeah.
It kind of reminded me of the poster for Spencer.
Oh, sure.
You know, like
voluminous.
Like, gorgeous fabric, yes.
We're at the judging, and Michelle has put on her Elaine Bennis little frameless 90s glasses, and I was like, what's this? But it was very Elaine from Seinfeld. Bosco.
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 Bosco?
Bosco. Bosco. Bosco wins. Bosco wins.
Bosco. Bosco.
I probably would have given it to Willow.
Ty.
I was actually waiting for it. I was
Ty.
like, great. Yeah, they both get
You know what?
$5,000.
You both did equally pretty good in the roast.
And you both looked
fucking
great.
nailed the runway.
Yeah.
So I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
Ty. You guys tie. Get back there.
Yeah. But either way, they're safe.
They're safe. And we're getting down to it. Sending people back. It's down to George's, Daya, and Deja. Thank the Lord I never have to say that again until the reunion and the finale.
Maybe, yeah.
Rue announces that all three of them are in the bottom, and I said, you know what? Good.
I was like, oh, maybe just the three of them go home. And we're just like, we got to get to a top four.
A
So
triple shunt or a triple sachet. Can you
sorry,
imagine?
Just sorry, guys. You didn't cut it.
Can you imagine a triple
Why not?
sachet?
Why not?
No, but when would that happen? That they were all bad? They were all so bad?
We've been rearranging these deck chairs for weeks now.
They've
had enough opportunity to show depth that they haven't shown. That means that they're in the top four. None of these queens, I'm so sorry. They're all great. None of them are in the top four.
The biggest gag of the season would be if Daya won.
Oh my God.
That would be an actual gag.
Actual gag.
I think Willow Pill's going to win. If you ask me who deserves to win, then I'm ready to fight.
Don't say Daya.
I'm ready to fight to defend myself. Daya Betty.
Do you validate parking?
I like Daya,
Yes!
but it's not happening. And so that would be the gag.
Yeah.
Like, what? I almost want Rue to just crown the wrong person and be like, that's crazy. And then we get Willow and All Stars.
Sure. Give her the $100,000.
Sure. But yes, they're all in the bottom and they have to lip sync to Good For You by I Wrote It Down.
Olivia Rodrigo. Oh my God.
Olivia Rodrigo. Is that a person?
Yes.
I should know. Okay.
So Olivia Rodrigo blew up about a year ago, I guess.
Okay.
I guess I was going to say particularly amongst the gays, but amongst everyone, it was very Avril Lavigne.
Well, this felt
vibes.
very Avril Lavigne, Pink. Fuck the man.
It's very breakup, album-y.
Yeah.
And there are a lot of bops. I think you would like the album. It's good. Maybe not.
I didn't love this song. I thought it was a good lip sync song. And it had some fun stuff, but I don't know if this is my genre.
Sure.
A three-way lip sync, I hate it.
I know you do, although I would say that this, to me, was the only thing that made sense because we had to get rid of two of them.
100%. I was fine with it, but a three-way lip sync is a disaster.
Yes.
And I'm like, ugh. But I will say, Daya completely won this lip sync, hands down, no questions asked.
Yep, I agree. And I also found it interesting. It seemed to me like they played the entirety of the song. And I think they did because they focused on specific people for a while, which didn't make me feel as
It was a little less chaotic.
it was kind of just they've chosen
Deja
for me who I should be
was-
looking at, which is kind of fuck you, but
Deja was in this lip sync?
Yeah.
was part of this lip sync.
But also, I thought Georges didn't do.
I think Georges was like,
She was
I'm
over it.
cool. Like, I don't think I'm okay.
No. And she didn't have the fire that I think for me the song really.
Well,
demands.
Daya was dressed for the song.
What the fuck is up with that?
Sure.
She was, I'm punk rock princess. Yeah. And her makeup, I don't know what this was. I didn't. Yeah. And her makeup was mirrored and fuck you. And I'm, it was very like, oh, you're dressed for the occasion.
And that's a lot of her personality a little bit too. So it worked in her favor.
The song worked in her favor, but I thought this was her best lip sync.
Yes. We've seen that they're all good enough that there would never be a bad enough lip sync for a double elimination moving forward.
Except, moving
So
forward.
they had to do a 3 and 2 of you are going home.
They had to. I was so excited.
I was too. I was like, it's a little rough that Ru told them in advance because the pressure was
Girl,
on.
I kind of loved it.
I did too.
I was like, yes! Send them home! Georges is ready. She was like, I'm gonna go smoke a blunt. I'm gonna get out of here. This was a lot of stress.
Yeah.
I'm good. Bye. And Deja was like, I'm good. I was just happy to play.
Yep.
Great. Daya wins. Deja and Georges are sent home. And, thank God. So good. So excited. And then there were 6? 5. Oh my God.
We have a top 5 finally.
We have a top 5, damn it. No, I'm out. No, sorry. No.
It's already too many.
It is too many. It should be 3. But whatever.
Well, they haven't done a top 3 in a while because they wanted
to do the wheel of the lip syncs.
Has to be an
To
even
be
number.
honest, I'm kind of like, just because we've already had so many
Sasha
lip
broke
syncs.
it.
Sasha broke it.
Sasha broke it. That's never been touched. And let's shake it up. Let's do something different.
A little bit. I guess I did like the Crystal Method. I'm like a bird of it all.
I think they should absolutely have a creative, like, make your own set or write your own piece.
This piece is entitled The Same Parts.
This piece.
Yeah.
And perform it. Just you perform it. You perform a thing you want to do.
Yep.
I mean, are you kidding? Do I want to see what Willow pulls out of her bag in Bosco and everybody is like, oh, I'm going to take it should be a talent show again.
Yes. But with extra resources because it's the 4 of them and it's the finale and we'll give you
$10,000
to put together a show.
Put together a thing. Go.
Yeah. I would love that.
And then also we can do some lip sync off. That's fine too.
Maybe the final
but
2
like a
lip
battle
sync.
or
Yeah,
something.
the top 2 then lip sync.
Anyway, we finally got some forward momentum.
Yes.
Get used to disappointment.
But cheers
to Willow and Bosco and Lady Camden and
Angie.
Yes.
Oh no! You picked her. You said from the beginning.
I love her.
I love Angie, but it's
She's a little simmering. We'll see.
Yeah, she's a slow cooker. She's simmering. We'll see if she if that Ru gets. I'm gonna stop now. Okay, so let's go.